But I was thinking when I was doing that cording of a little trick that my mom taught me one time, and you probably already know it, but if you ever want just a cord not stitched in here, maybe for round corded on a sundress or something, shoulder straps that are a cord, you can get the length and the thickness of the cord that you want. And first of all, tie a knot in the end. This might be necklace cording or something if you're a crafter. All right, I have my knot and a little scrap just to show you how to do it. And I'm putting that knot so that, and I'm putting it on the inside, the right side of the fabric. I'm sorry, I'm holding it in the wrong place. The right side of the fabric, fold it around, and we're going to stitch across the string and down the side, and I will be back. All right, I'm back. I have stitched 2 or 3 times across the end right here and then down close as I can get it to the pink cord. Now I'm going to cut the knot off. We don't need that big knot anymore. Now I'm going to pull on this cord to pull it out and turn this wrong side out. And all of this extra cloth right here is going to help to fill in where the pink cording is right now, because the pink cording will be cut off as we turn it. There. I'm going to keep working on this to push this up over that yarn, and I will be back as soon as I get it done. All right, I think I have it started now. One key thing, at the end when you go back and forth under the knot, make this seam allowance wider, a little bit bigger at the top, so there'll be room for the fabric to curl under and turn into itself. And you just have to work at it to get it started. Keep pulling the pieces up. Use a needle when you need to keep getting it. And once it gets started good, it will pull right on through. All right. Here it comes. All right, and then you just cut the end of the yarn off without cutting the fabric. And that end may be sewed down to something anyway, but you have a pretty nice cord that's filled with the extra cloth where you sewed it. Just wanted to give you that idea. You can use this for whatever you need it for. I remember when I was a teenager and Mom made some sundresses for us girls. She had 3 girls and she made our clothes. And sometimes we would ask her for spaghetti straps on our dresses, and she made them this way. Before I completely finish the table runner, I wanted to show you my 3 angels. They're made from a great-grandmother's old quilt. On my husband's side, you take a square of an old quilt, or you could quilt a new one, and it is put together on the back side, I think filled with some kind of filling to stuff it. And then they just added arms and a head and some hair and made these wonderful little angels that will remind us of wonderful family members who have gone on. So you may want to try making an angel. And then I have one other thing that I made I will show you. This is my part of my studio, some of my silk scarves that I hand paint. But I want to get over to where I can show you some quilted pocketbooks. This is just strips of cloth sewn together, and then it was one long piece, and I turned it up on the ends and stitched it. And inside you can put pockets or zippered places if you want. This one is just a simple clutch, and I put a button on it, and let me get to it, some thread that was knotted together to close it. Let me find another one. Here are some other ones that I did. Again, with just different scraps. I sewed them in strips first, and then I made a little bit thicker bottom. Has batting between it and probably has 3 or 4 layers of cloth, maybe even some stiffening in there for the bottom, so that after I sewed it in a long strip and then sewed one of the sides together so that it was a round thing, then I added the bottom. I also made tabs, let me find it right here, that I could just put a buttonhole in, and it was just a U-shaped tab that I sewed onto the back very simply. Added some straps. Let's see if we can look at this one. I'll undo it. I'm holding the camera and showing you. That's probably not the best way. I'm going to stop. I think the best way to show you the inside of the pocketbook is to show you the lining. I wanted somewhere to put my phone, so the bigger pocket is for that, and somewhere to put my ink pens so that I didn't have to fish around in the bottom of the purse. And then on the other side is a big pocket that has a zipper, and therefore you have a pocket in the middle that goes all the way across. And I stitched all of these pockets and everything in the lining first, and then added the lining after I had made the purse. And then when you put the strip around the top, that's where you sew the lining to the outside of the purse. So I just kind of made up my own design for that. And if you have old scraps and want to try it, this type of purse, you can just throw it in the washing machine when it gets dirty and go again.